You are not supposed to get this new construction in Roseville with high-end finishes, excellent school districts, and a prime location, all for a killer price. And on top of that, a $30,000 credit to buy down your rate. That just doesn't happen in a market like this, guys, but it's happening here in this new community. Tucked inside Winding Creek is this hidden pocket of Roseville, delivering serious build quality and family-friendly living most people don't even know exists yet. And once we take you inside these two homes at Juniper by Tri Pointe, you'll understand why this community could be one of the smartest moves that you guys can make this year. All right, so this first floor plan that we're gonna take you through is going to be their plan 2. Now this is going to be a 4 to 5 bedroom home with a flex space upstairs. This is gonna be about 3,100 square feet. Stick around until the very end because we are gonna be talking about some of the awesome incentives they have here, the price point out here, the school district, everything that you're gonna need to know about this particular community. Now the first thing that I really love about this home is they have decorated it perfectly. You've got this beautiful shiplap wall, you've got the light blonde floors. It definitely gives me that beachy type of vibe. And just stick around until you see this kitchen because it is absolutely amazing. They did something that I haven't seen in a long time. Now, coming into this first secondary bedroom, it's going to be your downstairs bedroom that's going to be available for guests. This is also going to make a really cool office if you decide that you don't want to have this set up for guests, but you do have your traditional sliding closet doors over here. The nice thing about this particular room is you actually have your own dedicated full bathroom over here with a single vanity sink, a toilet, and a stand-up shower. So this is great for a couple of different people. This is great for college kids. This is great for guests who have to come over to your house. This is also great if you have, you know, mom and dad, grandma and grandma that are coming to stay with you. So you have everything down here on the main floor. And this isn't going to be the main bathroom that your guests use. So this one does have a half bath that we're going to take you into, but ultimately this house has a lot of space for what you're getting here. So you've got a full bedroom down here, you've got a full bathroom down here as well too. Everything's done up really nicely. Now coming right outside of here, you're going to have a coat closet, which is going to be right as you walk in off of that entryway. And then we're going to come down a little bit further and you're going to have this flex space. Now this flex space can also be used as an office. We've seen a couple of people where they've enclosed this arch right here where they put in maybe some double French doors, turn this into a music room or a nice little office. Definitely got it laid out really nice, but this can be a couple of different things depending on your lifestyle or your family. You could also turn this into a dining room if you wanted to and hang a chandelier how they have it here. So you can use this space differently for a lot of different purposes. Now, right past that, you're gonna have your first half bathroom. This is gonna have a pedestal sink, a toilet. This is gonna be the main area for all of your guests. And then across from that, you're gonna have your entry into your garage. So you do have a nice little landing. You do have some understair storage that's gonna be here. Now, coming into this main living area, now this is gonna be my favorite, is going to be this kitchen. Everything about this kitchen I absolutely love, mainly because of the design, and Tri Pointe always does a killer job with all of their homes, but you've got beautiful quartz granite. This is like a nice textured stone that's really cool. I really like the shaker wood grain cabinets. So we haven't seen the wood grain cabinets in a while, and we haven't seen it in a shaker, but the shaker with the black handles, it looks really good. And then this textured tile back here, all of these are really awesome, really nice upgrades that you can get with Tri Pointe. So Tri Pointe does a lot of things really well, and sometimes their designs and their finishes and features are one of them. Now the other thing is this particular community is still showcasing gas appliances. So it means they pulled their permits before the changes. So you still have the luxury and the opportunity to get some gas appliances. So really nice, tucked back here into the corner, you have your refrigerator and you're gonna have a really nice walk-in pantry. They do have a nice see-through door, so make sure that your pantry looks nice and organized and clean. Otherwise, you may wanna just have a standard wooden door, but lots of space. You have multiple shelves. You have a lot of opportunity to have kind of a Costco haul in here. So really good space, really good utilization. Now, coming back this way, you're gonna have the option for, you know, GE appliances. They have the monogram model here, but I'm sure you could do cafe. I'm sure you could do the standard GE profile. Again, lots of cabinet space, a lot of room for countertop. You got your dishwasher, you got a single basin sink. So everything invites that nice grand feel between your kitchen, your dining room, and then your TV room. But again, dining room here separates the space. I do like the dining room kind of off to the side as opposed to in between your two spaces, in between your living room and your kitchen. But I like how they have the kitchen here. You have the option for some double door sliders that lead out into the backyard. And the lot sizes here are gonna be pretty decent, especially with a lot of 2-story homes. So they have a plan 2, they have a plan 3, they have a plan 1 as well that's a little bit smaller than this one that they don't have modeled, but you get some pretty decent sized backyards, and you have the opportunity for some overhang as it relates to a covered patio. Now coming into the living room area, again, this is a massive space. They've got a giant sectional, they've got a really nice conversational table right here in the middle. You have pretty much an open wall where you can put the biggest size TV you could potentially think of. I really love the finishes as it relates to the open stair railing. Now keep in mind, depending on when you come into the process with TriPoint, you're gonna have the option for a quick movement home where it's gonna have a lot of these options and upgrades decided for you, or you can find a dirt lot where you can still choose a lot of these finishes and features, from the flooring to the stair casing to the countertops and the kitchen cabinets. So everything can be dialed and done, but let's go check out the upstairs because it's still an awesome space. Now, coming up to this upstairs landing, this is gonna be one of my favorite spaces in the house. So you have a nice open railing to the downstairs. You still have that kind of really tall vertical ceiling, especially if you're a tall guy. But the thing I love most is these upstairs living rooms. These can be used as a couple of different options. I know you guys love them for theater rooms. I know you guys love them for study rooms for your kids. But a lot of times, what you guys really love them for is sitting down here on a Saturday morning at 8 o'clock and putting on the Living in Sacramento channel, because we know a lot of you guys send us pictures watching this right on the TV. So this is a great spot for that. Every Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, we're posting new videos, whether it's living in or new construction. But now coming down this hallway, you're gonna have the rest of your secondary bedrooms. Now, this is a option of a 4 to 5 bedroom home, and these rooms are not going to be small. So right off of here, you're gonna have a nice linen cabinet that's gonna be right outside of your secondary bathroom. Now, the cool thing is this particular bathroom has the double vanity sinks. The cabinets match the kitchen cabinets downstairs. And even though it doesn't look like it right now, TriPoint does give you the option to close off that water closet toilet room where the shower is to the sink. Now this is great if you have a lot of kids, because then you can have multiple kids brushing their teeth. You can also have kids that are taking a shower or bath time, and you can kind of cycle through everybody and you can get bedtimes going a little bit quicker. Now directly across from there is going to be your first secondary bedroom down the hall. Now this first secondary bedroom down the hall is going to be a massive bedroom. Now it only has a sliding closet door. The next one's gonna have something a little bit more special, but again, a big size room. You've got nice and tall ceilings, especially if you've got 2 kids that share rooms. You can still knock out bunks in here, and you still have plenty of floor space for toys and kids to have activities, which is super cool. So you can put bunk beds in the corner. You can really use kind of multiple walls. And then you have your sliding closet door, which is still really nice. Now coming into that last secondary bedroom, this one's gonna be a little bit special for the special kid in the family. Special kid, favorite kid, I don't know, but whichever one that is, this is gonna be the room for them, because this is also gonna be the biggest room out of the secondaries, and you're gonna have a giant walk-in closet. So the first one downstairs has its own bathroom. This one has a giant walk-in closet. This is also a great setup if you are gonna have kids that double up, because you do have the closet space for whichever those kids are. But again, in this room, you still have the nice and tall ceilings. You have a lot of natural light. This is going to be the bedroom that is going to be facing towards the front of the house. So depending on which direction the sun is going, you have a lot of room in here. So you can still have bunks if you want them. You can still actually have 2 twins on either side of the room and still have plenty of space. But that primary that we're about to take you to, that is gonna be my favorite room thus far. All right, now coming all the way to the other side of the house, the other side of the upstairs is going to be the laundry room and the primary bedroom. So over to my left, your guys' right, is going to be this big, massive laundry room. Again, laundry cabinets match the kitchen sink, so there's continuity throughout the entire house. You've got the opportunity for uppers and lowers. So the nice thing is you have some folding space if you want it. You have some nice front-loading washer and dryer. There's gonna be a pan underneath that to prevent any kind of leakage. And then the other thing that I really like is you're gonna have your technology panel in here. Some builders still put it in the master bedroom, some builders put it in the laundry room, but this is where all of your internet and ethernet cables are gonna come into your house from the street. So when you're setting up your internet, it's nice to have these in your laundry room instead of having that sweaty cable guy that's coming into your primary bedroom. Now across from this is going to be the entrance to the primary bedroom, and this one's not going to disappoint, guys. So coming into this primary bedroom, you're going to have your master bathroom. We'll show that in a second, but the thing that I love about it is your closet is actually going to be in through that primary bedroom. So it is going to have a little bit of separation, and the nice thing is the lights are all going to be kind of blocked out from this room. So sometimes you have that one spouse that gets up earlier than the other spouse. It's kind of nice because this whole section of bathroom is going to be away from kind of the sleeping area in here. So the cool thing is you're going to have 4 different windows in this house. You got a nice little small window, 2 windows that frame the bed, and then you've got a window that faces the backyard of the house, so you can still see the kiddos that are in the backyard playing, but a lot of space, and you're not wasting it with a closet or a door or anything that's going to block up dresser space or even something that, you know, is like a decorative bookshelf. All right, and then finally is just going to be this killer master bathroom. So you have the same countertops that were downstairs, you have the beautiful cabinetry, you have a stand-up shower that's right here, and then you have a nice beautiful soaking tub that a lot of builders are just getting away from completely. So a lot of beautiful finishes and features in this house that are going to be really nice. You have that separate water closet, and then coming in this way is going to be that massive master closet. So this thing is huge. You have a ton of space. Even if you have a wife or a spouse that has too many clothes, you should still be able to get your small little section that's going to be right over here. But stay tuned, because we are going to cover where we're located at, what you guys should know about Roseville, California, specifically the Winding Creek area, and we're going to talk about pricing and incentives at the very end, what you can expect to get through this particular builder, and the best route on how to purchase with this builder. Now, if this is your first time on the channel, we're Lance and Lauren with the Living in Sacramento team, where we make these videos of what it's like moving and living in the greater Sacramento Metro by giving you boots on the ground in these actual cities and suburbs, so you can get a feel for what it's actually like when you move here or make the move here to the greater Sacramento Metro. So if you want to stay up to date on everything as it relates to moving or living in the greater Sacramento Metro, we drop these videos every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. So make sure that you go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. But on top of making these videos, we're actually licensed real estate agents in the state of California, which means that as much as we love making these videos for you, we actually love more helping you out with all of your real estate needs. So that phone number is going to be popping up. We are the ones that answer every phone call, email, and text message. It's either Lauren or myself. Every time you guys call, every time you guys reach out, or better yet, go ahead and scan that QR code and schedule your one-on-one discovery session where we can actually meet on a Zoom call, discuss your needs, wants, and goals, must-haves, and deal breakers on that private one-on-one Zoom call, and figure out the best game plan for what it's like moving to the greater Sacramento Metro.
All right, now let's talk a little bit about where Juniper is located at. Now, Juniper is located out in Winding Creek. It's the newest community out here. It's by Tri-Point Homes. It's located off of Westbrook, and you're only about 30 minutes from downtown Sacramento. You're a quick, easy drive to the airport if you need to travel. You're also just minutes from grocery stores out here, as well as many amenities that Roseville has to offer.
Yeah, like Lauren's saying, there's a ton of building that's going on out here. So this is one of the newest communities. So just recently, they just opened up the brand newest Safeway that's going to be located off of Pleasant Grove in Fittymint. They opened up a Raley's One Market that's also located off of Blue Oaks in Fittymint. And pretty soon they're getting ready to open up a brand new Costco that's going to be out here in West Roseville that's going to be located off of Baseline in Fittymint. So right now, Fittymint's going to be that main road where you're going to have a lot of the different amenities, grocery stores, gas stations, some minor restaurants, fast food. They've got some Thai restaurants. You've got a Habit Burger, Panda Express, a couple of those things that are going to be in the Raley's shopping center. You're also going to have some really good restaurants that are going to be out here. So one of our favorites is going to be Kitchen 747, and you're going to have Mojo's Coffee, which is going to be located off of Pleasant Grove. Great coffee. They've even got a little ice cream shop in there. So super great place where you can get some work done. You can connect to their Wi-Fi. It's quiet. It's nice. Probably avoid it after school when all the kids are out, but you definitely have got some awesome amenities that are going to be out here. Now, one of the other favorite things that I think Roseville has over a lot of other communities that we featured on this channel is you're going to be in close proximity to Roseville Galleria Mall. Is going to be one of the premier shopping destinations in Northern California. You're also going to be closer to some of the restaurants that are going to be out here in Roseville. And I think, just in my personal opinion, Roseville just has a lot more fun things to do throughout the greater Sacramento Metro, right? We've got a Topgolf, we've got a water park, we've got just a lot of really fun things to do throughout the city.
Now, the other cool thing about Winding Creek specifically is, even though this is a newer development that's kind of on the more outskirts of town right now, the city of Roseville has been really thoughtful to implement their trail system. So even though this is a brand new development, you've got trails out here that'll take you from one neighborhood to the other neighborhood. They connect into the main trail system that runs all the way over to Central Roseville and can actually get you to East Roseville as well. So if you're someone who likes to get outside, take your dog for a walk, there's plenty of opportunities to do that in this specific area as well. Now, one other thing that the city of Roseville has been really thoughtful to make sure that they implement in all of their new developments is making sure that they've got things for kiddos to do outside. Now, one of my favorite things on this side of town is the brand new soccer complex. It's not quite open yet, but we drove by the other day and it's almost done. It is a massive outdoor soccer complex that's got turf fields that's all going to be lighted. It's also going to have a really cool playground that's attached, so if you're a parent of multiples and you've got to go there for soccer practices, you can bring your other kids. They can hang out and have fun on the playground. There's also restrooms that are there as well. So my favorite thing about the city of Roseville with Parks and Rec is they're really thoughtful as they're building all of these developments. There's also a lot of really cool parks that are close by to this neighborhood as well. So there's plenty of things for your kids to do to be active and be outdoors in this area.
Yeah, and then lastly, this particular part of West Roseville where the new construction is happening is going to be slated for the Roseville Joint Unified and the Roseville City School District. So this particular community is going to be a part of West Park High School, right down the street from here, next to the Meritage and the Woodside homes that were built a little bit earlier that we've showcased on this channel. They're getting ready to build a brand new elementary school that should be up in the next year or two. And then it's also slated for a brand new middle school. So there's a lot of growth that's happening. The nice thing is about this particular area is it's going to have Roseville Joint Unified for the high school, and it's going to have Roseville City Unified for the elementary and the middle school.
All right guys, so I'm gonna take you through what I think is probably the best home out here at Juniper by Tri-Point. Now this home is their planned 3. It's a massive home. It's 3,542 square feet. It's got 5 bedrooms, plus a loft, plus a next-gen suite downstairs. It's absolutely stunning and you guys are gonna love it. So as you first come in, you can see you've got this really nice entryway. I love that you have the high ceilings and I love the amount of space you have in this spot. So you've got plenty of space to put a nice little landing spot. Now as you walk further back, you're gonna have a coat closet right here, and then immediately to my right is gonna be where that next gen suite is. So as we come in here, I love the design work that they put throughout this house. You've got a really nice living room area, perfect space for a nice couch. You've got this really cool little bar set up here where you've got a sink, you've got a small mini fridge, and then you've got plenty of space to hang your TV if you want to hang your TV. I probably wouldn't hang the TV right behind this. Maybe I'd put it on this wall, but you've got a lot of space in this room to kind of shift it and put it different ways. I love all of the design work that they did throughout. I love the tile work back here. I love all of the different features that you're gonna see throughout this house of ways that you can really make this your own. Now, as we come back further this way, it's gonna be a hallway. It's gonna take you to the bedroom. You're gonna have the sliding closet here, and then you're gonna have a full bathroom right here, single vanity sink, toilet, a walk-in shower. And then coming back towards the front of the house is going to be that bedroom. So again, this is a pretty big size room. You've still got high ceilings. You've got a lot of natural light coming from the window towards the front of the house. But there's just a lot of opportunity here. This is gonna be a great space for maybe you have an older elderly parent that needs to live with you guys, a grandparent, and plenty of space for them to really have their own space away from everything else where they can go to their own section of the house and have some quiet time. Or this could also be a great option if maybe you have that college kiddo who has failed to launch. Maybe they're back at home. They've got their own little separate wing of the house, which is nice that it's away from everything else that happens. Or maybe you're someone who works from home. I could really see this space being the perfect office setup that's away from everything else. You could do another seating area. You could have 2 kind of office spaces, but really a ton of different options that you can do with this space. Now let's go check out the rest of the house. All right, now coming back towards the rest of the home, I love the big grand feel. So I don't know if you guys can tell in the video, but it goes up super high all the way up to the 2nd story right here. Then you've got the nice open railing with the switchback stairs, really giving it that big grand feeling as you come into this part of the home. Now, as you walk further back, this is gonna be a great room concept. It's massive. You've got your beautiful kitchen over here, but before we get to that, over here you're gonna have your dining room space. I love that the dining room is kind of pushed off over here. It's not separated between the kitchen and the living room. It's not pushed up against the back wall. It really has its own dedicated spot. I love that. And then going back to this corner of the great room, you're going to have your living room set up. Again, it's huge. You've got plenty of space for some massive couches. Heck, you could do the biggest size TV that they sell at Costco on this wall. You've got plenty of space to host a football game party or maybe a Kentucky Derby party, whatever you're into. And then I love the amount of light that you get from the back of this house. So you kind of almost get a full sea of windows that are gonna stare out towards your backyard. You've got a window on the corner, you've got this nice window behind this couch, and then a slider, and the windows just continue to go all the way down, giving you nice panoramic views of your backyard. All right, then coming over to this kitchen. This kitchen is absolutely beautiful. You've got this massive island. Now, one of my favorite things about this specific island that I feel like they really thought through in this model is that you don't have anything on your island. You don't have a kitchen sink, you don't have a dishwasher built into it, you don't have a range or anything, or a cooktop. The nice thing about that is if you're the person in the family who cooks and you need a big area to be able to actually work and do everything you need to do, I love that this island isn't broken up by any of that. Now, some of my other favorite things about this home are definitely gonna be the cafe appliances. They're absolutely beautiful. So again, you've got a cooktop that's gas. We don't see that very often anymore. You've got a nice hood option. So if you want to do the hood instead of your microwave over the top, you can do that here as well. I love the cabinets that go all the way up to the ceiling, just kind of giving it that bigger, grand look. And then you guys all know my favorite things about houses are pantries. I love how big this pantry is. It actually comes in and steps over. It's a U shape with the shelves. So you've got plenty of space to put everything you could possibly think of. Heck, you could do one whole side that's all the appliances that don't always get used, and then have plenty of space for your Costco run food and all of the kids' snacks and all of that stuff. Now, coming back all the way towards the back side of this kitchen, my other favorite feature that they did is I love that they put this nice big farmhouse sink and it stares over towards your backyard. So speaking to all you moms that are always doing the dishes after dinner, you can actually stand here, do the dishes while your kids are outside, maybe playing on the swing set, jumping on the trampoline, but you can still get stuff done inside and still see what's going on outside. So I love the thoughtful design of that. And then my other favorite thing is this cute little nook they put back here. It's got this really cool built-in desk, so there's a lot of different options you could do in here. But I love this spot too. It's the perfect study spot. Maybe your kids come home from school, you're prepping for the meal, and they're also working on homework. They've got a nice dedicated spot right here. Or heck, if you're someone who works from home and you want this little small office space, it's another great opportunity for that space right here. Now, before I show you the little half bathroom downstairs, I do want to point out this massive overhang that they've got. So in this backyard, you do have the covered patio option. I love that they have that here. A lot of you guys that reach out to us from the channel, you're always excited for these options because a lot of you are moving from cold weather states where you don't get to enjoy the outside, and having the option for this overhang where you can actually eat dinners outside is really awesome. All right, now before we head upstairs, we're gonna check out this last little corner downstairs. You are going to have a half bathroom in here. So it's just gonna be a toilet, a little pedestal sink. But the nice thing in here is that this is gonna be kind of up under the stairs, but because of how high the stairs are, you still have plenty of ceiling height in this bathroom. And then the other cute thing I love that they did over here is gonna be your entrance from the garage, and you have this nice little landing spot, you know, so you could put hooks up that collects all the backpacks. Heck, all the dirty kids' shoes can go down there, and you've got a nice little bench where shoes can come on and off before you go into the main part of the house. Now, let's go check out that awesome upstairs. All right, so coming upstairs, the first thing you're gonna see is you're gonna have this little kind of walkway, and then coming back towards the back center of the home is going to be this really nice loft area. So again, this is windows gonna face towards the backyard. You're gonna have plenty of space for a decent sized couch, and then you could put a big TV over there. This would be a great little movie room spot. You could do some blackout curtains, really make this part dark. to enjoy some movie nights up here. This is a great spot where your teenage kiddos can hang out. They can be away from everything, or maybe you've got younger kids. It's a great spot to kind of keep all of their toys and their mess in their playroom away from everything downstairs. So that's really nice. As you come back to this corner of the home, this is going to be the first of the secondary bedrooms. Now this bedroom is pretty massive. You've got this nice hallway. You've got a sliding closet door over here. And then this bedroom is gonna have its own bathroom, which is really nice. So you're definitely gonna wanna give this to the kid that is the cleanest, you know, the one that doesn't get the toothpaste all over the sink. That's gonna be the kid that's gonna take this room probably. You are gonna have your shower over tub, you've got your toilet, and then you've got your single vanity sink. And then coming back into this room, you still have a really big size room. As you can see, they put a decent sized bed. They've got some pretty big nightstands and a big dresser in here. Again, you still have the high ceilings throughout this entire second story. So there's a lot of different options, a lot of different furniture wise that you could do in this room and still have plenty of space. All right, so coming out of that bedroom, we're gonna walk further down this hallway, and then the next doorway is going to be your laundry room. So coming into this laundry room, you are gonna have the option for a sink. You've got upper cabinets, lower cabinets. You also have your washer and dryer hookup on this side, and then you're gonna have full cabinets over here and another kind of little folding spot. And then behind this door is gonna be your media panel. Now what you see in here is gonna be just some suggestions of different options that you could get if you picked this from a dirt lot. So you might not necessarily get the overhead cabinets, or maybe this is a solid countertop that's longer for folding things. You can really do what you want in these homes and kind of make them actually your own and make it more to how you would specifically use the space. Now, as we make our way further down the hallway, this is gonna be your linen cabinet. Love the placement of this because it's right off of the laundry room. So as you fold the towels, you can actually put them away super quickly. That's nice. And then we'll go into this bedroom first. So this is gonna be another secondary bedroom. This is going to be a pretty big bedroom. You've got your sliding closet door over here. You've got a big size bed, two big nightstands again, a dresser. And then my favorite thing about this room is that they didn't waste any space. They left a small notch kind of in that corner where you can actually put a desk. So your kiddo in this room can actually have space to do homework, or if your kids are into makeup like mine, you could definitely put their vanity set up over there and it's not taking up space in the actual room. So I love that they actually left that open towards this room. Let's go check out the next room. All right, now coming around the corner, this is gonna be a very similar room to the room we were just in. So you're gonna have your sliding closet doors over here. You're gonna have the big open area for the bedroom. You could definitely put a big bed. They have a smaller twin bed in here. Heck, you could do bunk beds in here and still have a lot of open play space. You also have another nice little notch out, kind of similar to the last bedroom, where you could put a desk, a vanity, or a dresser like they have here. All right, now coming out of this bedroom and going over this way, this is going to be the shared bathroom for those two front bedrooms. So you are gonna have a double vanity sink right here. And then coming this way, this is just a door, it's just a casing. You aren't gonna have a door here, but it might be an option to add a door. Coming back towards this corner of the bathroom, you'll have the toilet, and then you'll have your standard shower over tub. And then coming towards the back corner of the home is gonna be where the primary bedroom is gonna be. So this is going to be a big bedroom, tons of natural lighting, similar to the last house that Lance took you through. So you're gonna have this massive window that's gonna look out in towards your backyard. And then you're gonna have two windows that are gonna frame where the king size bed can go. And then you still have a lot of space. They have a nice chair over here. You've got plenty of space for a dresser. My favorite thing about these bedrooms is that they don't have the closet right off of the main bedroom, which is really nice because, like Lance was telling you guys, whoever's getting ready in the morning doesn't have to come back and bounce back and forth between the bedroom and the bathroom. Now coming into this bathroom, it's really, really nice looking. You've got your stall shower over here with a nice little ledge. You've got your water closet. You still have the tub in this model, which is nice. And then over to this side is going to be your dual vanity sinks. So a nice long countertop, plenty of space for all of your stuff, and it can still kind of be separated. And then coming back towards the front of the home is going to be the massive walk-in closet. This walk-in closet is practically a room of its own. Heck, I think there's a lot of different things you could do in here. If you wanted to build this out with one of those closet companies, you could really make the closet of your dreams in this space. Now, before we jump into the pricing and some of the details specific to this community right now, make sure you comment down below and tell us, of the 2 homes we took you through, which one was your favorite? Was it the plan 2 that Lance took you through, or was it the plan 3 that I took you through? I can definitely tell you my favorite was the plan 3. I love the thoughtfulness of the design.
Which one are you on, Team Lauren or Team Lance? All right, now wrapping up this video, we want to obviously talk to you about what some of the details of this community are, what some of the pricing are. Now, this community does have 3 different floor plans. We showed you 2 of them today. They did have one smaller floor plan that they do not have modeled here. It's going to be their plan 1. It's going to be 2,800 square feet. It's going to be a 4-bedroom with a flex room, a loft, 3 bathrooms, a 3-car garage, which you don't see very often. They are going to have lot sizes that range anywhere from 5,600 square feet all the way up to about 7,000 square feet currently at the time of recording this video. Now, the pricing for that plan 1 is going to start off right at $821.62. So for that particular home for the plan 1. Now, the plan 2 that I showed you, that home is going to be a 4 to 5 bedroom home with a flex room and a loft, 3.5 bath, a 3-bay garage. That one's going to be right at 3,100 square feet. So that's going to be a massive home, guys. That's also going to have some lot sizes that range anywhere from 5,600 square feet all the way up to 6,600 square feet. And the starting price on that one is also going to be right at $825. They do have one for $866 that's a little bit more done and dialed in, but you can get into that floor plan for $825.
And then the last home, the home that I took you through, which is going to be that plan 3, that home is approximately 3,542 square feet. It's a 2-story home. It's got 5 bedrooms plus a loft plus a downstairs Gen Smart suite. It also has 4.5 bathrooms and a 3-car garage. Now, the price point for this home, it's going to start out at $871,000, and then they do have another model available currently at the time of recording this video. It's going to be a little bit more upgraded for $897,000.
Now, the great thing about this community is there's not going to be any homeowners associations. The tax rate for this community is also going to be set at 1.06. Now, keep in mind, with new construction communities, there's always going to be that additional Melrose tax, which is still a property tax, but it's going to be separate from that 1.06 of the purchase price. The Melrose tax for this community is going to be $367 per month. Multiply that by 12, and that's what's going to be added onto your 1.06 for the property tax bill for the entire year at whatever purchase price that you guys find at the time of recording this video. All right, and then the last thing that we want to touch on is, how do you buy these homes, or how do you get these homes? So the cool thing is we make these videos for you guys every week about what it's like living, moving, eating, sleeping, playing in the greater Sacramento Metro. And specifically with these new home communities, you can have us help you or represent you in the transaction. It doesn't cost you guys any more money to have us out there with you guys. Now, the key thing is we do have to visit with you on your very first visit out to the community. Sometimes we have some really great relationships, but to be entirely honest, even if you guys are planning an unexpected trip out to the greater Sacramento Metro, give us a call. That way we can schedule you guys a private tour, and we can really kind of make sure that you guys are getting the best experience possible. But even before that, what we're going to want to do is schedule a one-on-one Zoom call or a phone call where we can sit down and we can talk about your goals, and we can talk about all 5 or 6 of the new construction areas that are being located or being built in the greater Sacramento Metro. Really get an understanding of what you guys are looking for, your price point, your needs, your wants, your must-haves, and your deal breakers, so that way we can make sure that you're getting exactly what you want and you're getting the best deal as well as the best incentives. Now, the second step is we're going to schedule that private tour for you guys to come in when you guys come up and do your recon trip, so that way we can get to know the area, we can get to know the homes and the developments that are in there. And then if you guys like one of the builders that we look at, that's when we're going to start getting you guys through the pre-approval process. We don't want to look at 10 or 15 different builders and have you guys get your credit pulled 10 or 15 different times. So definitely a process that's going to be easy. There's a ton of other steps that we can also take you through as it relates to making sure that you guys are well represented and making sure that you guys are getting the best customer experience as it relates to moving to the greater Sacramento Metro and purchasing that brand new home.
All right, so that's going to be the newest community out here in Winding Creek, Juniper by Tri-Point. Now, if you guys liked any of these homes, or maybe you want more information about Roseville, or heck, maybe you're like, Roseville's not the right spot for me, but I like one of the other areas that you've showcased on the channel, That phone number is going to be popping up. We are licensed real estate agents in the state of California, and as much as we love making these videos, our favorite part of this whole process is actually meeting you guys and helping you guys with all of your relocation needs. Now, Lance and I do it a lot differently than a lot of other agents. We love to make this a great experience for you guys, so definitely make sure you reach out to us so that we can help you make your move to the greater Sacramento Metro as easy as possible.